Last week we explored Boatyard Shipwreck through a snorkel tour. This week we went a step further and became Scuba certified. We had to ensure all of our gear was safe and ready to go before we hopped in the water. I was taking a refresher course when Kiefer was completing his PADI open water certification. Kiefer's skills were assessed. We found yet another turtle friend who led us in the direction of the reef and wreck we'd be exploring. There were a variety of sponges like the one you'll see in a moment all across the ocean floor. Sponges filter feeder by drawing in water through the tube and catching floating organic material inside. This one had a little bristle star living in it. Here's another species of sponge that I believe is the giant barrel sponge. Feel free to correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. When we made it to this forgotten lobster trap, it indicated that we were close to the shipwreck. We spotted a whole school of blue tangs meandering about. When we saw an invasive zebrafish, it somehow knew I didn't like invasive species, so it ducked around the corner. When we followed to the front of the boat, the whole reef came to life. It is unfortunate that sunken ships exist. They can be extremely beneficial for reef ecosystems. Coral and sponges must attach to a holdfast before they begin to grow. With other animals of their species close by, a reef ecosystem, they are able to reproduce with others and keep their genetic diversity. Schools of blue striped grunts, though greenish-looking fish, congregated around the central sponge seeking shelter and protection. On our way back to shore, we found another large sponge shaped like a triangle and some bleached coral branches. Our instructor let us know that there was an unfortunate heating event that occurred about 6 weeks ago that severely damaged the reef and many coral nurseries on the island. Things are slowly coming back, but the mass graves of bleached coral can still be seen. Coral are animals. They're living symbiotically with zoothenolae, a photosynthetic bacteria. They need one another to live, and when the coral gets too stressed, it'll expel the zoothenolae in a state of confusion and desperation. The coral will then slowly starve to death since it does not have the supplemental food supply from the zoothenolae. The final site on our journey was a sunken anchor. Anything under the water allows for attachment can be made into a reef and home for fish. This one had some flowy friends anchored. When we were almost ashore, we found a few more hidden gems, a gorgeous yellow brain coral, and a seahorse hiding in the stem of this underwater plant. I tried to get a closer look but didn't want to frighten it. If you pause or look closely, it's at the base of the stem. Our final ocean friend was a spotted snake eel, enjoying a bag of Lay's chips. Please let this be a reminder to be mindful of where your trash adds up when you go to the beach. Thanks for joining us.